I do have more news from Dana White.
Ooh,
If you're ready
all
to hear
right.
this
More
as
news from
well.
Dana White.
More news from Dana White at the podium just a few minutes ago. He has confirmed that Israel Adesanya will be taking on the light heavyweight champion of the world, Jan Blachowicz, in their next fight. Wow.
All right.
Wow. Champ opportunity for Israel Adesanya. I think this is I don't like it. I don't like it. I'll tell you why I don't like it. I'll tell you why I don't like it, okay? I hate the fact that someone becomes a champion in a division and they immediately go fight in another division or have somebody outside of the division come challenge their title. I think if you are a champion in a division, my personal thing, you should have 3 fights defending that belt before you fight somebody else outside of that division. That's just me. You should defend your belt 3 times minimum. That's my opinion. So that's why I don't like it.
Yeah, I think I think you need to defend it. I think it depends on the circumstances to an extent, right? Like if you are in one of the very rare situations where you've essentially gone through the laundry list of contenders to get your title shot and then you beat the champ, right? Like let's imagine Tony Ferguson would have gone through all those guys and then one gets the belt. At this point, it's almost certain you're doing a rematch, right? Like no matter what, just based on where people are at particular points, you're gonna end up doing a rematch. If you're in that situation, okay, you can go ahead and do a champ fight. I don't have a huge problem with that. But Jan is a newly crowned champion that has losses in the division. He's got a lot of wins, right? But he has a loss against Thiago Santos not that long ago. This year, if I believe correctly, or maybe it was last year. But either way, you're looking at a guy that lost. Yeah, it was last year. Who got knocked out by Thiago Santos, and Santos is fighting Glover Teixeira, next week. And either of them, if they win, if Teixeira ends up beating Santos, he's got a nice win streak going. They've not done Jan versus Teixeira. Makes a lot of sense. If Santos, knocks out Teixeira cleanly and it's like, cool, we're good. He came very close to beating John Jones. A lot of people scored the fight for Santos. Yep. It would be hard pressed not to say, hey, that's the fight you should make from a merit standpoint, right? But this is the UFC. We don't care about merits. We don't care at all about how many people you have to fight. We care about how much we can sell. And so because of that, it does make sense for Adesanya to go up and fight for the 205 belt, especially against Jan, because I'd imagine he's going to open as a favorite. And I'd imagine this, in the UFC's eyes, is a way to give Adesanya a belt and push him further as a star in a fight that they probably believe he can win. Now, will he? I don't know, but I would imagine that if I'm the UFC and I'm trying to push Adesanya as a star with 2 belts, who do I want him to fight? Jones. Eventually, I want him to fight Jones, sure, but I mean, let's have him get the belt first, right? I mean, am I wrong here? Am I off base at all?
This could be. Would this potentially be the first? Let's say John Jones goes up and takes the belt from Stipe, and then is Adesanya still the champ at 185, and then they, fight at 205 if Adesanya wins? Would this be the first fight where 3 belts, 3 titles are held competing? I don't know. I can't think of another one where that would be possible. I don't know.
No, not in the UFC.
I think that would be a historic fight right there. But that it is an opportunity, though. I think that's the only reason I do kind of like this in a way. I mean, I like it for Adesanya. I don't like it for Jan, right? I like it for Adesanya because if he wins that belt, right, John Jones is going to be like, I want my belt back now. And there, boom. Hell of a fight right there. So it's going to be interesting to see, man, because obviously John Jones is that type of guy to where, yeah, I just bulked up, but I will go lose all of this bulk. Give me 6 months to get my weight back down. And I will come back and fight for my belt that I never lost. So it could be really, really exciting stuff coming over the next year. But Oh man, I don't know. I don't like it for Jan because I think Jan has a lot of work to do. I think so. They're really putting him in there against one of the most dangerous strikers in the whole sport right now. Even though he is a lighter weight guy, we haven't seen we have no idea what Adesanya would look like at 205. I mean, yes, he's fought at higher weights in other sports, but not in MMA. You know, he did kickboxing at higher weights, but MMA is a different animal, man. And I know Blachowicz is not the type of guy that is going to go in there and really like wrestle a lot, but I don't know.